When the news broke about what a restaurant owner in Lagos was earning via child egg, it sparked curiosity. We were stunned. A woman overseeing a food business with transactions worth approximately 63 million naira per month on average. Follow us on this journey to discover what makes such success possible. How women in Nigeria's informal economy are creating wealth using a smartphone. In the last 7 years, electronic transactions in Nigeria have gone from 80 trillion in 2018 to over 1 quadrillion in 2024, an over 1100% increase. And behind every transaction, every digital sale, is something often overlooked: identity, the name, same policy. In Nigeria's formal economy, women have always traded, but something new is unfolding. About 100 kilometers from Lagos is Abeokuta, where Kanko has won the heart of all Amala and Ewedu lovers. 40 years after, Kanko can scale through digital financial services.
And èmi náà sì mo ti ń lọ bóyá bí ọmọ 50 ọdún. Mo lè sọ pé iléeṣẹ́ ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó 40 ọdún because ọmọ bóyá bí ọmọ secondary school ni mo wà. Nígbà yẹn tí mo ti ń tẹ̀lé mọ́mì mi, gbogbo bó ṣe ń ṣe tí mò ń fojú sí. So tá bá wo 40 ọdún sígbà tá wà yìí, kẹ́rí pé ọ̀nà tó ti jìn ni. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di pé ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé dé. Nígbà yẹn tó bá ra oúnjẹ, wàá sanwó lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni. So ó máa jẹ́ pé owó gangan ló máa san bọ̀. Nígbà tí ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé dé, tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lo POS, tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lo transfer, àwa náà a tún tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀. Àwa náà a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lo POS, à ń gba transfer. So gbogbo ọ̀nà tó ń gbà gbowó lóde ìsìn làwa náà là ń ṣe nípa ẹ̀. Ṣì ẹlòmíì kẹ̀ nínú àwọn tá máa ń ṣe order fún, wọ́n máa gbóúnjẹ lọ bá wọn nílé. Wọ́n máa ṣe transfer yẹn ni, a kì í fojú rí wọn. A kàn máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára ni.
Kanko is one of thousands now building generational wealth, not with just a signpost or a signboard, but with BVN-linked wallets.
At times, people brought over 1 million to me to transfer to them doesn't cash. So, mo máa ń bá wọn ṣe. So, owó tó máa ń wọlé tó ń jáde is over 3 million nígbà míì. Monthly, over 3 million.
This is one of 4 to 5 POS agents on site when we visited Itokun Market in Abeokuta, Ogun State, which is the original home of the Adire fabric. These women in Itokun Adire markets earn not just by word of mouth, but through mobile alerts, POS machines, and USSD code. But behind this tool is a name, not her husband's name, not her brother's name, hers.
It started from my home. I was just doing this with one machine on the side. That was in year 2018. How many years ago now? Maybe 7 years. Yes. I had a machine then, like a very old sewing machine. So machine was not my problem. No, it was for my mom. I held on to that machine because my mom passed and it was like a memory for me. I got the fabrics then. Times they're not like this then. So I got fabrics, then I made baby clothes. Then I took it to, the clinics, hospitals where people are having their immunization and all. I made house it out. So when I just see a baby and the mother, I'll just sit down, hey, good afternoon, your baby is cute. She'll be like, thank you. Look at this cute dress. I have it. I need to fit your baby. Be like, really? I'll say yes. Okay, how much is it? It's not expensive. 1, 2. Be like, this clothes is really nice for 1, 2. Are you sure? I say yes. Then that was how I started. To the glory of God, we are looking at, 7 figures, 8 figures.
Just like Tars Clothiers, who started her fashion business with 5,000 naira capital and an old sewing machine from her late mom, is now making 7 figures. Every digital receipt is a credential. Every transfer, a vote of confidence. Identity in this economy isn't just who you are, it is what makes your hustle visible. So what's empowering this rise? Digital public infrastructure isn't just a buzzword, it is the road and rails of Nigeria's new economy.
The audience I'm speaking to must know something called a post office. And if you don't know a post office, then you've only just been on emails and the internet. So those that are in Lagos, are very familiar with the Okada rider that has a box behind and he's delivering parcels. Just picture that, just for a second. Now, both the postman or the Okada rider needs to get to the address, or they'll deliver the parcel in the wrong location, and more importantly, to the wrong person. Now, when you're dealing with digital assets in its very simplest form, zeros and ones, the computer doesn't care whether it goes from there to there. It needs verification. So the first foundation of DPI, which is they call digital public infrastructure, the public bit is like the post office.
DPI are all tools, systems, and services that helps people prove who they are, like NIM, BVN. It helps people send and receive money like bank apps, USSD, POSs, and share information safely online like networks, internet connection, data protection acts, and many more. It is like the digital roads and bridges that connect citizens, banks, companies, and government services all together.
These things are the lifeblood of business. Business is transaction. Nowadays, there's no trade by barter, so cash is the reward for our labor. So if I'm going to give out my designs, there has to be a sort of payment I receive. And these platforms you mentioned are the lifeblood. Without it, in fact, I don't think business is possible. During the lockdown was when this cashless of a thing really, really worked. When, they limited the use of paper money and the likes. So if you don't do electronic banking and the likes, there's no way you get anything done, even down to the food you eat. It is very important. Now, I believe that people say data is life, yes. But this electronic whatever is life. Is life.
And yet, over 45% of women who own informal businesses in Nigeria still operate financial accounts under someone else's name. Why? Because getting identity credential is a hurdle. From long queues to confusing processes, many women are left out.
NIN yẹn ló kàn fún mi ní a little bit stress torí nígbà tí mo fẹ́ gbà wọ́n sọ fún mi network issue náà ni like a week because mo ń pààrà lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá tí má pààrà lójoojúmọ́ wọ́n á sọ fún mi pé network ò dá like it takes me a week. àwọn èèyàn ní issue gan lórí ẹ̀ because èmi ní kọ́kọ́ ni mo complain network kìíní yẹn. There was one of my friend náà tó yẹ pé òun náà ìgbà tó fẹ́ gbà yẹn ó complain tó bá ti débẹ̀ ó máa ní network ò dá so ibi tí mo dẹ̀ ti ń gbà kò jìnnà sí ọ̀dọ̀ wa ń bí báyìí.
This is the story of many women. Over 50% of all women we interviewed had the same experience. Without a national identity number, there is no KYC. Without KYC, no digital access. And without digital access, there's no trust from leaders, vendors, or even customers. In a country where 38 million women remain unbanked, DPI is the bridge, but only if it is stable. 33% of women-led informal businesses report platform outage during peak sales. As transfers hang and bank apps freeze, each failed transaction reduces trust. Each delay could be the loss of a loyal customer. Stakeholders are watching. The Central Bank of Nigeria launched its revised National Financial Inclusion Strategy, aiming for 95% inclusion by 2024, a target missed.
So in terms of gender-based access, I've seen different patterns. I've seen cases where women genuinely do not have any bank account, and even though they make the most money at home, they are still unable to access it because it's been paid to their husband account. So I once heard a story of a woman whereby she makes most of the money, but it's been paid into her husband's account, and every day before she goes out, she still has to stand in front of her husband to get money, and that is really, really disheartening in terms of verification issues. So there's a global bias with female verification, whereby maybe when you're doing your face biometrics, you see that most of the considerations were made for male in terms of when the biometrics is being done, with the mustache, with the airline and things like that. But one way that we are trying to really address that is also through our facial biometrics, whereby even if you're a woman, no matter the wig you're wearing, no matter the hijab you're wearing, you're still being able to be verified seamlessly. During my NYC period, I could remember that when I was about to be captured, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of toggle about the way I had my scarf, and I was literally being asked to remove it. We need to take this financial literacy to the grassroots, where women just feel like they are not deserving of having their own money. So that is beyond the infrastructure.
Policymakers agree identity registration centers must expand to local markets. Device affordability must be addressed, and DPI framework must include gender disaggregated data tracking. This is more than digital. This is financial dignity. Because a woman's name on her account isn't just formality, it is freedom. This story is supported by the Center for Communication and Social Impact. Special thanks to all the women who let us into their businesses, their systems, their strengths. This is one story in a 4-part journey.